Are you evaluating Veracode for application security and wondering what makes it different? In this comprehensive review, I will explain how Veracode's cloud-based platform helps teams find and fix vulnerabilities with static analysis, dynamic testing, software composition analysis, and AI-assisted remediation, all designed to scale across modern development organizations. Let's start with what Veracode is. Veracode is a software-as-a-service platform that delivers application security testing across the software development lifecycle. The core pillars include static application security testing, often called SAST, which analyzes code or binaries without executing them; dynamic analysis, or DAST, which tests running web applications to find exploitable flaws; and software composition analysis, SCA, which inventories open-source dependencies and flags known vulnerabilities. Together, these capabilities aim to help you shift left by catching issues early and continue validating security in pre-production and production-like environments. A common question is whether Veracode uses AI. The short answer is yes, in ways that matter to accuracy and developer speed. Veracode leverages machine learning and advanced heuristics to reduce false positives, surface relevant findings, and prioritize remediation. Veracode Fix extends this by offering AI-assisted secure code suggestions for supported languages and frameworks directly in the IDE. These suggestions give developers a faster starting point to remediate common patterns, such as input validation weaknesses, insecure configurations, or unsafe cryptographic usage. As with any AI-assisted approach, teams should review suggested changes for correctness and coding standards, but this can significantly accelerate mean time to remediation. How does SAST work in practice with Veracode? You upload source, bytecode, or binaries, and the platform scans for patterns aligned with issues like the OWASP Top 10 and CWE categories. The major advantage is early detection, often at pull request time or nightly builds, where fixing is cheaper and interrupts fewer workflows. Veracode provides remediation guidance with code examples and links to best practices. For languages where binary scanning shines, Veracode can analyze compiled artifacts, which is valuable for organizations that cannot or prefer not to share source. Scan results can be routed into your issue tracker, such as Jira or ServiceNow, so that remediation fits your normal sprint planning processes. On the DAST side, Veracode dynamically probes running applications to identify vulnerabilities that only appear during execution, such as authentication and session management flaws, insecure redirects, or cross-site scripting that requires runtime context. You can configure authenticated scans and orchestrate scans to run against staging environments during release gates. Dynamic analysis complements SAST by catching environmental and configuration issues that static methods may miss. Software composition analysis has become crucial because modern software relies heavily on open-source libraries and third-party components. Veracode SCA inventories your dependencies, correlates them with known CVEs, and highlights transitive risks across your dependency tree. Many teams use Veracode to generate and manage a software bill of materials, or SBOM, which improves supply chain visibility and supports regulatory and customer reporting needs. SCA also helps you identify vulnerable functions and reachable code paths, so you can focus on what is actually exploitable in your context. How well does Veracode integrate into DevSecOps? Integration is a core strength. Veracode offers plugins and APIs for popular CI/CD systems like Jenkins, GitHub Actions, GitLab CI, Azure DevOps, and Circle CI, enabling automated scans on pull requests and release candidates. IDE integrations for Visual Studio Code, IntelliJ, and Eclipse bring scanning and remediation hints to developers as they code, which promotes secure-by-design habits. For workflow management, bidirectional connectors with Jira and ServiceNow help security teams assign tickets, track SLAs, and verify closure without extra email or meetings. Dashboards roll up the state of risk by application, team, and policy, so engineering and security leadership can make data-driven decisions. Accuracy and signal-to-noise ratio are frequent evaluation criteria. Veracode emphasizes reducing false positives through proprietary rule sets, machine learning, and when needed, human expert review. If a finding is not applicable due to compensating controls or is not reachable, teams can submit a mitigation proposal with evidence for Veracode to review. Approved mitigations declutter dashboards and reports, keeping teams focused on genuinely risky items. This combination of automation and expert validation is a differentiator for organizations that need confidence in scanning results at scale. Program governance and reporting are strong suits. You can define policies that set severity thresholds, fix by deadlines, and pass or fail gates in CI. Reports map findings to OWASP Top 10, CWE Top 25, and organizational standards, and they support compliance needs commonly encountered with PCI DSS, HIPAA, SOC2, and NIST SSDF. Executive dashboards show trends such as policy pass rates, time to remediation, and risk by portfolio or business unit. These views help track maturity, justify investments, and identify where additional training or architectural changes may be needed. Speaking of training, Veracode complements scanning with developer enablement. The platform provides contextual remediation advice and, for many customers, interactive training content through hands-on labs mapped to real vulnerabilities. This approach helps developers understand the why behind a finding and how to fix it securely in their stack, which is often more effective than generic security lectures. What about performance and scalability? As a SaaS platform built to handle enterprise portfolios, Veracode is designed for parallelization and high throughput. Teams can queue multiple applications and leverage policy-based orchestration to ensure the right scans run at the right stages. For large organizations, role-based access controls, portfolio segmentation, and API automation make it feasible to onboard hundreds of applications while keeping permissions tight. How does pricing work? Veracode uses quote-based pricing that typically reflects the number of applications or scan targets, the types of analysis you need, the frequency of scanning, and the level of support and services, such as expert consultations or manual review. Total cost of ownership should factor in developer time saved through accurate findings, AI-assisted fixes, and integrated workflows that reduce context switching. If you are evaluating vendors, request a proof of value that mirrors your actual pipelines, languages, and compliance goals. Where does Veracode fit best, and when might you consider alternatives? Veracode is a strong match for mid-market to large enterprises seeking a unified, cloud-native platform with robust governance, reliable detection quality, and deep reporting. Organizations that need binary SAST, advanced policy management, and expert-validated mitigations often gravitate toward it. If your priority is open-source first workflows, or you prefer native features inside a specific developer platform, you might also evaluate Snyk, GitHub Advanced Security, or GitLab Ultimate. If your need is focused on DAST specialized for dynamic heavy testing, compare tools like Invicti or Acunetics. Checkmarx and Fortify by OpenText are notable SAST competitors with different deployment philosophies and ecosystems. To get the most from Veracode, start with a clear policy, define severities that block builds, set SLAs based on risk, and map findings to your compliance requirements. Next, integrate scans into your CI and IDEs so developers get feedback early. Establish a mitigation review practice to document exceptions cleanly. Finally, track metrics like mean time to remediate, percent of builds passing policy, and the ratio of recurring issues. These KPIs will help you demonstrate progress and target high-impact improvements. In summary, Veracode remains a top-tier AppSec platform that brings together accurate scanning, scalable governance, and AI-enabled remediation. If you need to standardize application security across multiple teams while keeping developer velocity high, Veracode is worth a serious look. Request a hands-on evaluation against your real repositories and staging environments, activate policy gates in CI, and measure how the platform impacts fix speed and defect quality. With the right rollout, Veracode can help reduce risk, speed delivery, and align security with business outcomes.